absolutely incredible. In fact, I'd like to hear a few of the audience members as well.
Okay.
In a little bit. You guys want to sing? Yeah? I think I'd like to do something.
Thank you.
So we just went on a beautiful journey of some ragas. I think it's time for some film songs. What do you guys think? Yeah? I think it's time for some light, very light Bollywood, Tamil, Telugu. Yeah? Kannada I sang Jagaro Dharna, but I'll sing some more as well. I'll try to sing some, absolutely. Sorry, because I'm from Canada, is it? Okay. Now that we're moving on to film songs, there are two names in Indian, the history of Indian film music. Two names that we can't not talk about. And sadly, we lost both of these artists during the pandemic due to COVID. These two voices have been the most iconic voices of South Asian music. They've shaped, the music industry. They've shaped our lives. They've wrapped our lives with their beautiful voices, and I think their music completely lives on. They are probably the most legendary, iconic artists of the last couple of centuries. Any guesses which two artists I'm talking about? I hear both the names, SPB sir and Lata Mangeshkar ji. Humongous round of applause for both of these icons. Is it okay if I sit for this part? I'd like to share a couple of my experiences with both of these artists. Maybe we can dim the house a little bit more. I grew up in Toronto, and for me, Lataji was the sound of India. Whenever I used to visit India during the summers and stuff like that, but rest of the year, for me, India sounded like Lataji's voice. That was her power. She taught me so many things. Not just raga, but classical music. Even though I've learned so many ragas through her songs, like Man Mohana Bade Jhoote, Rag Jaijavanti, Bhaiya Nadro, Chithiye, and so many of her Kuhu Kuhu Bole Koiliya. So many of these songs I've learned the ragas through her music, but also things like dynamics, vocal power, emotion, how to bring emotion into your singing. All of these things I've learned from Lataji. Huge fan of Lataji and Ashaji. I haven't had the opportunity to meet, I tried really hard, but I couldn't meet Lataji. I have met Ashaji though. But I'd like to share my experience with SPB sir. Him I have met a few times, but just, as a fan, like after one of his shows or something, just like this, I hang out at the end, maybe take a photo with him and stuff like that, as millions of his fans would have done. So he didn't know who I was, of course, and 73 Ragas, that video released about 2 years ago. That was one of my first ever videos. Until then, I had I didn't have any videos online, no one really knew who I was, no followers, nothing like that. Now, everything sort of started, bless you, everything started with 73 Ragas. Now, that video released on a Friday, and I think on a Monday or Tuesday or something, I received a voice note from an unknown number on WhatsApp. And this voice note has the most beautiful, the kindest, most encouraging of words to say about me, about my music, and about the video, and about my upbringing, things like that. And you know who that voice note was from? That's from SPB sir. Can you imagine? For him to have gone through to find my number from somebody, absolutely. He found out who I was, he watched the entire video, and he found my number. He sent me a voice note, and not just that, he wrote, there was a handwritten letter, he wrote it with ink in his beautiful handwriting, scanned it, and emailed it to me. 2 pages of a letter. Who does that? Right? Who does that? What a phenomenal human being, and these are things that I'll always have with me. His email, his voice note, I have all those things with me. Most prized possessions for me, I tell you. And he's done stuff like this for so many people. I'm not the only one. So many of my peers tell me in the industry, so many of my friends tell me that he's encouraged them in very, very similar ways to go out of his way to show that act of kindness. And that, I think, shows what a hugely inspiring, what a phenomenal human being he was, he is. I think he lives through his music. I think you'd all agree that we still see him all around us. His music lives on. It's never going to go away, and it's always going to be with us. So once again, a huge round of applause to both of these artists, Lataji and Asuli. I put together a small medley. It doesn't feel right to do a post-pandemic concert without paying tribute to both of these legendary artists. Would you guys like to hear it? Yeah? So this song, I'm sure a lot of you have heard. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. You guys know the song? Any guesses? Kaveriya kaanira penne enna ummai mulveliya mullai poova sollu konjam nille ammadiyo needa innum siru pillai tagadamma nenjam நீயும் சொன்ன சொல்லை பூந்தேனே நீதானே சொல்லில் வைத்தாய் முல்லை. Can you guys sing with me? நிலாவேவா செல்லாதேவா என்னாலும் என்னை நீதான் பிரிந்தாலும் நினைவாலே அணைத்தே நிலாவேவா சிலாதேவா என்னாலும் உன் பொன்பாலம் நான். Should I sing the song in Telugu? Yes? Alright. Vayyarana neeli neengi paade kadalu paade uyyalaga challagaali aade sinduraade sugandhala prema andinsagaraada సుధారణ మాట చిందించగరాల ఆకాశం పగైతే మేఘం కదలా నేనా. Sing with me. నిలవేవా సెల్లదేవా என்னாலும் முன் பொன்பாலம் நான் என்னை நீதான் பிரிந்தாலும் நினைவாலே அணைத்தே நிலாவே செல்லாதேவா And of course, the most iconic Lataji medley that we can think of. I think all of you probably know this song, so please sing along with me. And if you have your phones, why don't we do this for SPB sir and Lataji? Take out your flashlights. हमको मिली है आज घड़िया नसीब से. I don't see everyone's phones. Can we have everyone's phones in the house? हमको मिली है आज घड़िया नसीब से जी भर के देख लीजिए ये बात हो न हो, शायद फिर से जन्म. You guys can you sing last line? लग जा गले के फिर ये हंसी रात हो न हो, शायद फिर से जन्म. Your turn.